So, good morning, boys and girls. Today we are going to do something called quick images. And in quick images, I'm going to show you an image on the screen for 3 seconds. And during those 3 seconds, I want you to think about how many dots you see and how you know how many dots there are. Now, Anthony, I said we're going to see these images for 3 seconds. How long is 3 seconds?
That long.
That long. That long. So, Nancy, was that a short amount of time or is that a long amount of time?
It depends.
It depends. Okay. Should we practice together as a class to see how long 3 seconds is?
Sure.
All right. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Sharon, did you think that was a short amount of time or a long amount of time?
I feel like it's pretty short.
Pretty short. Okay. So this means we're going to have to think pretty quickly about how we're seeing the images. So I'm going to show it to you 2 times. So you're going to have to see it once, you're going to think about it, and then I'll show it to you again, and then you can have the opportunity to revise. I'm going to pause right now and get meta. So in this moment, I was deliberately trying to build your context as the first introduction on how long is 3 seconds, what is the structure of this, to position you to engage. So that if you saw the image really quickly one time, and you missed it, you didn't immediately shut down, and
You're gonna get another chance.
just to know you're gonna get another opportunity. All right, and seeing it again. All right, so here we go. Pay attention closely. I'll be looking to see how many you think there are. Do you know how many dots were on the image? Your thumb like this. I'm seeing a lot of thumbs. All right, it looks like everyone has a thumb. On the count of 3, I want you to say how many dots you saw. 1, 2, 3.
24.
24. Did anyone see anything other than 24? No? Okay, so we can
Pause. Why did you have everybody put their thumb up and then everybody say the answer at once rather than calling on one person or multiple people?
So I had everyone put their thumb up. I wanted to give enough think time for everyone to be able to come up with their answer. So I was thinking about positioning them competently in order to do so. And then I was thinking about, I want to chorally hear how many the children in the classroom see. I'm assuming that they would be able to do this in 3 seconds, and so I assumed that they would be relatively successful, but I think to Mark's point, this would be a way of assessing to see everyone's going to say it all at once, and it's not going to feel terrible if I say it because everyone else around me is saying a number. It's going to be hard to exactly distinguish as a student, but as a teacher, I'm going to be looking for any variance. And
So what happens if you have variance?
So what happens if we have variance? So what I'm going to have you do is when we look at this image again, you're going to have variance, and we'll see what happens. All right.
Okay.
And vaccine. All right. So I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to show you that same image again for 3 seconds, and this time it's okay if you want to revise your answer, or if you want to keep your answer the same. And as you're doing it, the next time I'm going to ask you not only how many dots you see, but how you see those images, how you see those dots. Pause, do you have a question?
No, I'm trying not to real-time coach you.
Because like is our real-time coach.
I was really worried about in the first part, like I think we were being polite as adults, but you didn't give directions to like voice, and so like if I were going to be a 4th grade student, I would have shouted out in the immediate like part because you didn't tell me to silently hold it in, but we were just being polite as adults, and so like I was really trying not to do that. So could you just give us participation in voice directions?
Yes, and thank you for that real-time feedback. All right, we're going to rewind, and I'm going to give those entire set of directions again.
I'm so sorry.
Like it was the first time.
Like it was the first time. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the image again, and this time it's okay if you want to keep your answer the same or if you want to revise it. When I show you that image, I want you to think about it silently in your mind. And when you have an idea of what that is, you can show me that you have an idea by putting your thumb up. And I'll call on you when we're ready to engage. Here we go. thumbs. Looks like everyone's ready to go. Vanessa, how many dots did you see?
24.
24.
CE,
CE?
Mhm.
How many dots did you see?
I saw 12.
You saw 12, okay. Carla, how many dots did you see?
I thought 24.
24. Okay, I'm gonna put the image back up on the board. And now I want us to think about how it is that we saw these dots. So, if you saw 24, nice. And if you saw 12,
Oh, wait, no,
12?
that's what we.
Did anyone else see any other numbers? No? Okay, so we've got 12 and we've got 24. CE, do you want to come up and show us and help us describe how you saw those 12 dots?
So I see 4 here, 4 here, and 4 here, and this is just the same image again.
That's the same image. That's the same image. Okay. So you said you saw 4 here, 4 here,
And 4 there,
4
that's
here.
12.
That's 12.
And it's just the same thing.
And that's the same image.
Right.
But if we want to know how many is all together, is there a way that we could figure that out?
So you want both
I'm-
images put together?
Exactly.
And the reason why I'm gonna step out of the student category.
Sure.
The reason why because the space,
Mm-hmm.
the spacing
space
is
between the two.
it's a lot more space between those 2 sets than there is between those 3.
Mm-hmm.
So as a student, it becomes a spatial thing and not so much a math thing.
Mhm.
And that's why I'm just, but